So a MrBeast thing was a thing, but wasn't a thing, but may have been a thing, but he apologized for the thing, and I'm still kind of lost. That's it, that's my intro. Hey, I'm Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about the MrBeast experience that took place, or didn't take place, at Resorts World in Las Vegas this past week. The reason I say it did or didn't happen is because there's a lot of speculation about what exactly it was, and I actually didn't hear about this until my dad started sending me videos from it the other day while it was happening. I had heard nothing about it, and he was like, why are there all these grown men at a MrBeast thing? I found this article from January. Resorts World sets MrBeast experience in Las Vegas. Guests who book will receive a mystery bag stocked with limited edition merch, with one lucky bag containing a $10,000 gift voucher. Popular YouTuber turned showrunner MrBeast is headed to Las Vegas with the new MrBeast experience at Resorts World. From April 13th to 15th, fans of the content creator and Beast Games host can book a 3-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas and receive an exclusive MrBeast mystery bag stocked with limited edition merch and goodies. One lucky bag will contain a $10,000 gift voucher redeemable for cash. The MrBeast experience will also offer on-site activations and immersive experiences. They love using that word, across the Resorts World property and in some of its restaurants. Fans can book the MrBeast experience. Now, on Resorts World, this site is gone, the MrBeast tag, okay? But we have this wonderful thing called the Wayback Machine. February 1st, this is the one that I found earlier, one screenshot, and this shows the website for the listing that was on Resorts World. So MrBeast experience at Resorts World, and it's a lot of the same information that was in the article. There is a frequently asked questions, and a lot of it, what will be included in the mystery box, it's the same thing, the boxer, left to be desired and designed to be a surprise. What are the stay dates? When is the last day I can book this offer? How can I book this reservation? How long do I need to stay to qualify? What are the required stay nights? What is the cancellation policy? All reservations are non-cancelable and non-refundable. Reservations will require a full deposit at the time of booking. And then what is required for check-in? Very little information. They do have the logo on the front, but one thing that I saw that I believe I saw in one or two of these videos was someone saying MrBeast didn't even come. From what I've seen, none of this implies that MrBeast was ever going to be there. This is from Random Recess 4 days ago at the time of me recording this, and this is a day 2 update. This is the first video my dad sent me.
I'm here at Resorts World for the MrBeast experience. Now, we were told that this was over 3 days. We had to pay in advance, and y'all, it is day 2 and there's still nothing going on. They've given us like one item. The mystery box is supposed to be today, but I'm standing where supposedly there was supposed to be an activation right in front of Doghouse. The district, there's nothing going on there either. This is not looking great so far.
This is from Jamie Photography, this one.
Okay, so we're at Resorts World for the MrBeast experience, and this is horrible, horrible. We arrived here yesterday. Nobody really had any information. We're told we had to wait in our room for the bag, and then we were waiting for like 3 hours, and then finally they said, no, you don't have to wait. And then we end up getting just chocolate. It says our bag will arrive the next day. We finally get our bags, and it's just merch. With a lot of people, it's like extra, extra small shirts for adults, which is just crazy. People are pissed. The guy dropping off the bags said that there would be information in the bags. There was zero information in the bags. Then we hear that there's not going to be any activations and anything at the restaurant is not happening. So then we come downstairs. We're 5 different rooms all together, and the lady is just telling us that there's nothing. They don't have any more information. We checked online. Rooms are $80 right now. We paid $225 for each room for each night for this experience, and there's nothing.
So this is Random Recess, again, his swag bag video from 4 days ago.
So everything came in this bag, this MrBeast burlap sack. We got
a burlap sack with a money logo on it. A way to do this, if you wanted to do a gift bag, thing and have people pay this amount of money, and that's the qualification. One, I have no way of knowing if they did this or not because everything has been taken down from the website, okay? But you would ask for sizes for preferred merch, okay? And then it's per person, so how many people are in your party, which sizes for each bag, things like that. Based off what it sounds like, it does seem like it was just a mystery grab bag of random products, which on its face, there's only some people that are here. So that does just look like you guys. If it was more people, I would be like, you're just trying to get rid of old merch, is what it sounds like. But the variety of, because that's what the variety of sizes makes me think of. And like, it's literally like a blind bag of merchandise, which if you had advertised it as if it was a blind bag of merchandise of like old styles that are discontinued and things like that, and samples that we have of various sizing, that would be one thing. But it just says exclusive MrBeast mystery bag, which will be stocked with select MrBeast branded merch, and for one lucky guess, a $10,000 bag voucher. There's a way to do this for the merch bag, the mystery bag itself.
So this was our haul. Plus, I have a model.
Don't forget this shirt we got, y'all.
Oh,
definitely fits.
my God.
It's definitely not an extra small.
It's so tiny.
Well, we didn't win the $10,000, but tomorrow we have been promised potentially a replacement and or
A replacement?
a refund or something. I don't know yet.
My dad was like, I don't know why there's grown adults here. Okay. And that's a lot of the questions of like, why are there adults at a MrBeast thing in general? One, Resorts World, it's Vegas, 21 and up to reserve your room and all this stuff. Okay. $1,000, 3 nights during the week. Okay. You got to look at the timeline of things. Okay. Spring break has passed. Everyone's back in school. This seems like it was a targeted thing with adults specifically. My experience with Resorts World is that they really want to do more things with creators, podcasters, etc., celebrity activations and things like that. So them choosing Resorts World for this is not surprising. And they have facilities to do like a full activation. They have a full event center inside Resorts World. That's where I went for AVN Expo, and the AVN Awards was all there. So they have the facilities to do something that would be immersive, that would be like serious. Now the word immersive experience is a problem in and of itself, because we saw this with the Willy Wonka experience. It's the same thing. The word immersive here would be like you are actively participating in a MrBeast video, okay? One thing that is not here that looks like it was taken out is that there was also the chance to end up in a MrBeast video, I believe, at some point, was also potentially one of the prizes. I'm assuming that's how they would have made like the $10,000 voucher, like makes sense, was that they were going to be in a video and then write-offs, things of that nature, video expense and things like that. Again, it doesn't look like MrBeast was ever on the schedule. There's a lot of information that seems to be all over the place. But as far as like the crowd goes, one, venue, time, dates, all of that, the concept of the cost. This isn't a one-day thing. This is to qualify for this, you had to go for multiple days. Teenagers and young adults aren't going to do that. It's going to be mostly true adults. Let's go with that, depending on who you ask. But also, them talking about YouTube, okay, and I talked about this a little bit on TikTok, because the demographics make a lot more sense when you think about the fact of like who MrBeast is in the context of YouTube. Whether you are a YouTuber, you work at YouTube, or you are outside YouTube, a lot of people, when you bring up YouTubers, they think of MrBeast. And so for a lot of people, whether everyone agrees or not, MrBeast is seen as like the peak of YouTube, the ideal what a YouTuber can and should be right now. I've talked about this previously with other events, Vid Summit a few years ago, and how everyone, when I asked what they do, they're like, oh, I do this, but like MrBeastified, okay? And the MrBeastification of YouTube and all of that. That's a Pinely quote. It doesn't surprise me that this is a lot of people that are wanting to be creators or have been creators or are trying to grow YouTube, because the possibility of talking to Jimmy and actually getting potential YouTube advice and thinking you have the opportunity to actually have like a small group conversation with him would be seen as invaluable for people. And you have the opportunity to either be in a video and get advertisement. There's been quite a few creators that got their start being in a MrBeast video and then turned it into a career in something else, whether it was, to scale or not, whatever. And then the possibility of $10,000. We just talked about this. People want money. People are desperate. It's like, well, they wouldn't be spending $1,000 or $900 for 3 days or whatever it is at a hotel in Vegas. You're right. It's also not the time of year for something like this comparatively, because like Resorts World is not cheap, but like it's a lot cheaper right now in Vegas during the week to get a room. Like that other user on TikTok said, like rooms are like $60 a night and they paid $230 or something like that. Like, you're kind of setting yourself up for a riot, frankly. Okay, so let me go through some more of these videos.
Okay, so update on day 3 here at Resorts World for the MrBeast experience. We actually just met Alex, the CEO of Resorts World. He's actually talking to a lot of us down here. They've set up this entire space here. If you look over there, they've got Randy's Donuts, tables. It was like a little makeshift reception. And the interesting thing is they're engaging with us because they want to try to make it right.
When I go to the Tom Brady experience in Boston, Tom Brady's there, okay? These kids and these young adults and these influencers, they wanted to see Jimmy. I want something to be done. I'm sorry that you guys use this. No, don't come up. I'm sorry that you guys use this for clickbait.
When I go to the Tom Brady experience in Boston, Tom Brady is there. So I'm telling you, they expected that MrBeast would be here. Okay. I think that is a reasonable assumption to make, but nothing that I am seeing, even in the articles from January, are not mentioning anything referencing MrBeast being there. But I do think it's a reasonable expectation that he would be there for the MrBeast experience. Of course, MrBeast would show up, you know. I'm not seeing a ton of children in these posts, but then also, yes, you have adults here, but there's also the possibility that they brought kids, but most of what I'm seeing are adults as well. Here's from the BBC.com. Ali Abbas Ahmadi. MrBeast apologizes after horrible Las Vegas event. YouTuber MrBeast has issued an apology after his MrBeast experience at a Las Vegas resort did not live up to the billing. The influencer, whose real name is Jimmy and has more than 385 million subscribers, said the event definitely isn't the experience we hoped they'd deliver. Fox Las Vegas posted on April 17th, Resorts World guests gets their entire stay comped after many complained of a lackluster MrBeast experience. Jimmy replied, "Yep, everyone will get their money back, and we called the people who purchased the experience and are flying them down to my studio to see behind the scenes of our videos and exclusive studio tour. I love my fans and I'll make sure they're happy." So Tucker Main on Twitter on April 14th said, MrBeast, yo, MrBeast, I'm at Resorts World doing your experience and it's been 24 hours and nothing. Where's the experience? Is there going to be any activities or anything? Waiting in my room, LOL. And tagged him and he said, "Hey, this definitely isn't the experience we'd hoped they'd deliver. My team's already on it. I'd love to personally make it up to you and anyone else by inviting everybody affected to tour my actual studio. Can't wait to meet you all and my team is reaching out to everyone." Wow, thanks for saving the day, Jimmy. Much love, brother. No problem. Feel free to DM me if you need anything. Definitely not what we thought they'd deliver. Sounds like they were, did they come, who approached who? Because there's a problem here. Did they pay for licensing to do a MrBeast experience and then they didn't do anything and so your name is on it? Because that would be stupid if your team signed off on that, if that was the case. Did you guys say, we want to do an event here and they're like, we'll take care of everything and so that was that? And that's why they're trying to say that the new CEO didn't know anything about it type of thing, even though this was announced in January, you know, like, and people signed up in February, which even then, I don't think that's a justification for anything. You took people's money, either refund or be done. Alexa Kilroy on Twitter said, "Feel like no one is talking about the MrBeast experience chaos in Vegas. MrBeast was supposed to hold a 3-day experimental event at Resorts World the past few days. There were 0 activations. Even worse, Resorts World signed a contract locking in 4 of these experimental events over the course of the year. This is MrBeast's second major entrepreneurial flop in a row after Lunchley. Oof." There's really no justification for this at this point. Like, something fell apart and people should have been notified and refunded immediately. This is where you postpone. This is where we're so sorry. Let's comp your rooms. Whatever. We'll pay you back. Even the very limited things that you said you were going to deliver are not being delivered. Forget the immersive experience part. The restaurant and special food things and things like that. That's bad. The goodie bag, which is the 90% of the catalyst for it, which again, I still haven't found anything that said that someone won the $10,000 voucher. Until I see that they had the merch. So like at least something real happened here because they had the merchandise. So like the bags were there. They had I'm so confused. Like I'm so curious. I need more information. It's things like this where no offense to anyone there, but like I would have just been like, listen, I'm calling a lawyer. like we need to have a conversation. Cause what do you mean? This doesn't even feel like 1/4 of an event. It feels like they sent materials to make it happen and then Resorts World just didn't do that thing. Okay. But I'm also very confused by this whole concept because the variety of merch, it does just feel like you guys may have shipped them like a handful of boxes because the graphic design, all of that's easy to be done. His branding is all over the place. That's easy to make up. I'm not trying to say that like Resorts World did this without any form of, approval or anything like that, especially because the CEO of MrBeast said that they were excited to be involved in this or that they were excited to do something like this. It does feel like there was something that wasn't connecting though. It doesn't even feel like both parties thought the other would do something because there doesn't even seem to be any speculation that MrBeast was going to be physically involved himself. Okay. And so, yeah, that's not what we thought they'd do. The fuck is an activation, someone said. Honestly, I feel like this was intentionally vague, but I'd imagine it was meant to be some sort of experience, actually like an attendee would encounter at VidCon, for example. I think I'm a little more critical of this, especially coming off of JonasCon, okay? Because that was a mostly free event, like legitimately mostly free. I paid, but like that was a free activation that had legitimate activations that were just straight up in a mall. And then this one, it wasn't even activations. It wasn't free. You would to pay to be eligible to be a part of the goodie bag experience. And then the goodie bags were dog shit. For example, comparatively, okay, for about $200, I think it was, I don't remember off the top of my head. If anyone remembers my BeautyCon video, okay, my goodie bag that I got for being like a VIP attendee or something like that was worth like $900 in and of itself, and I had a $200 ticket. Like, even without the voucher, what was in the goodie bag, if that was like a requirement for staying there a certain amount of times, that should have been equivalent of $900 in my personal opinion. If you were gonna do that, like the goodie bag should have exceeded, the activation should have exceeded the cost of the room if you were going to require that to be eligible, you to stay there that whole time. This was a horrible way to do this, okay? Don't get me wrong. The entire methodology of this whole activation, horrible way for Resorts World to do this, Beast to do this, whatever, okay? Because you're all tied up in this. Your name's on it, Jimmy. Congratulations, okay? MrBeast CEO, head of the company, whatever, made a comment about it. Okay, all wrapped up in this. Whole thing, horrible concept, okay? Awful way to do this. You do the, hey, if you want to be a part of the goodie bag thing, again, that should have been equivalent of the cost of the room at the very least. Man, that's a lot of money. Yeah, no shit. That's why you don't do this. Like, this is insane. Like, this is crazy. Where did the $900 come from? This is crazy, okay? And again, who got the $10,000? I'm trying to find that. I want to find out who got the $10,000. God, all the Vegas pages are like ripping on this. That's fascinating. There's certain pages on social media that are very active. Vegas is one of those places because they rely so heavily on tourism, okay? There's obviously, it's casino town. There's a lot of things, people coming in, a lot of hotels. And so there's a lot of like Vegas pages that talk about like the tourism and like restaurants and things like that. I don't know why you wouldn't reach out to these pages to try and get on your side and like promote these events, but that's just me. Here's a message we got from Resorts World Insider today. The MrBeast experience was essentially just a licensing deal with MrBeast IP. I was right. There was no experience ever planned, and internally, none of the teams were informed of the extent of the hotel package. This is from Las Vegas locally on Twitter. I figured it was a licensing deal. If that's the case, dumb fucking idea on MrBeast's whole business side part. Yeah, why would you risk that? Jack Mack from Barstool Sports posted, MrBeast experience in Vegas was a total dud. Firefest 2.0. Still don't think this is comparable to Firefest. I would argue TanaCon. A little closer, okay. But was it MrBeast's fault? It is because his name is on it and it's his company. Licensing deal. You're the face of it now. We've talked about this. The moment you do that, you are tied to it. It is now your responsibility, especially because you were the draw. That's why they used you. People came because it was you. That's how this works. Yeah, people are comparing. See, the Willy Wonka experience, that's the key. The Willy Wonka experience at least actually had things. They had actors. They had things happening.
MrBeast is not here. I'm not MrBeast. I'm Alex Dixon.
They thought there was an experience. Do you not understand that?
It was advertised that there was going to be, not just a thought, it was advertised.
The CEO, Alex Dixon, is the one that went and talked to them. I give him credit for going down and actually speaking to them, because that's difficult to do with the Angry Horde. Because they're frustrated and they were ripped off and they feel cheated and robbed. Understandably. But it's also like, bringing donuts is crazy. You know, like
I could be happy about Arizona right now, but I was told to stay here, hang out, let's see what we're gonna do.
Look, I think the expectation from our perspective is that from the Resorts World, we needed to be able to provide the room product as well as deliver the bags, as well as to make sure that we awarded the $10,000.
Oh, he's saying we've done what we were supposed to do.
So on your guys' website, you guys had throughout the week immersive experiences with dining, menus. Where is that at?
And there's no way to say that we fell short. Like, we fell short.
Right. So what responsibility are you guys going to be taking as falling short on that?
Yeah, and so what we've outlined is to be able to say we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to explore so many other aspects of our resort. So listen.
We didn't come here to provide $50.
food credit.
That's not what we came here for.
$50 at Red Tail.
You need to charge us all $79 for our room because we're only getting the Resort World experience, correct?
Yeah.
We're not getting Mr. Beast, and I'm not trying to raise my voice to be rude or put my hands up.
Yeah. I think
but that's
$100 is
correct.
really insulting,
You admitted it less than 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You said you're not getting the Mr. Beast experience. You're getting the Resorts World. You get to
charge us
enjoy
the
our
resort
amenities.
fees.
So yeah, so give us all the resort
Because you did it for
We'll all
some
be
people.
happy, and we can all leave and move on with our day like adults.
So this video from Kira, no offense to Kira, thank you for filming this, but I would like to have seen more of what Alex is saying, Alex Dixon, the CEO, because you keep cutting away to show the reactions of people. And so I'm trying to understand what he is trying to offer. And so you're saying little bits like they gave you the $50 food credit and then $50 at the pool credit and all of that, which again, not enough. And they're right. They should at least be refunded up until, if they are going to stay the full 3 days that they booked, they should be refunded the amount that they paid that included the Mr. Beast experience. So they should have been paying the standard resort fee, and that's everything else should have been comped, frankly. He basically said in this video that they did what they were supposed to do, which was to deliver the Feastables and the goodie bags and gift one of the people that got the goodie bags the $10,000. I don't know who that person is. Frankly, if I was them, I would shut the fuck up and just be like, I would take the money and be done, okay, frankly, and just be like, okay, I got it. Not what I wanted, but I got it, whatever, because everyone else is pissed. So the activation for Tuesday, this is from the 15th, April 15th, is a Beast Games marathon at Red Tail from 5 to 10 p.m. with $50 food credit and a merch giveaway. Definitely last minute thrown together attempt. We have spent more money next door at Circus entertaining disappointed kids. Especially Mr. Beast, the tweet from the Mr. Beast account. This is definitely not the experience we'd hoped they'd deliver. It sounds like it was a licensing deal and that my guess was right. Horrible idea. Whoever on your team decided that, awful idea. I don't know why you would trust something like that, especially with all the event stuff going on, like that has gone on in recent years.
All right, final update. We are on our way home. Look, the past 3 days have been very interesting here in Las Vegas. Yeah, we didn't get a Mr. Beast experience, but I have to say the Hilton has made it right. So final update for y'all, they have given us a full refund. So we are getting a full refund for all 3 nights, which is so good because yesterday they weren't really saying that, but we got an email last night and Mr. Beast's team is reaching out to everyone. Hopefully that actually comes true. We don't know yet. We'll keep y'all posted, but the idea of getting to tour the actual headquarters and studio would be absolutely amazing, especially for Mr. Beast fans. So it sounds like Mr. Beast is trying to make it right. The Hilton and Resorts World are making it right. So despite the fact that the last 3 days, nothing's really happened, we're kind of leaving on a high note. Hey, we had fun in Vegas.
Dropping the ball is not an excuse for this. This was so much money. It sounds like it was a lot of nothing.
What do you got planned, Mr. Beast? What do you got planned, man? Not even the staff knows what's going on. They said what's going down, what's going on. They haven't told us nothing. They just told us drop this chocolate off.
The moment the staff doesn't know what's going on, I'd be on the phone with the news. Well, also, that's the thing. You're dealing with people that I think a lot of these people are either fans of Mr. Beast or want to be creators themselves. And so I'm not surprised that a lot of them. I need you guys to be doing more documenting, if that's the case. I shouldn't be getting bits and pieces of what the manager said.
For those who want to be able to stay and to be able to communicate, you're more than happy to. But I've communicated what the guest recovery that we're doing and what we've delivered.
But you're still not talking about how you gave some people some others.
Yeah, look, just like different people pay different rates throughout the
So he's given us $50 in credit. $50 in credit.
I blame TikTok for everyone filming like this now. Film like this, please. Especially if you're gonna put it on YouTube. People are mad, so I'm not gonna say policing, anything like that. But this is where, and I get you want answers for the group, but I'm so curious if anyone approached him and was like, can we just talk, please? After the fact of this, because this is a lot. And he's obviously being on the defensive. I'm trying to explain the best way to get more information out of this. I'm doing what I would do, and that's not fair. So I'm going to take that back because I do this. So, that's not fair. I shouldn't do that. He's wrong, in my opinion, which we've done what we've delivered, which is this so someone had to have gotten the $10,000. Has anyone identified themselves as getting that? I think someone got it because he's claiming we've delivered that. So someone got it. This whole thing is a mess. Whoever agreed to this on both parties, Resorts World Mr. Beast, you're both wrong. The licensing deal, horrible idea. You should have known that people would have expected that you would show up to that, whether it said so or not. Okay, so right off the bat, people were gonna be pissed regardless because Jimmy was not there. Right off the bat, you should have known that. You should have known how social media fans work. You should have known how your fans work. You should have said no. Okay, right off the bat for that. Resorts World, this is abysmal. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay, and this is on your venue. You're the ones executing it. You should be pissed. Okay, this isn't a dropped ball. Thankfully, it's adults, but also that's bad because these are adults that will potentially get lawyers involved and things like that, which is why I assumed, this is why they did the refunds and all of that. With instances like TanaCon and the like, it was a lot of young teenagers and a lot of young women. Okay, I was 20 at the time. A lot of people were just kind of like, okay, I guess there's gonna be a class action lawsuit, and no one really knew how to get the ball rolling on that or anything like that. Your demographic is different, so you have to operate differently. You can't just kind of hope that social media is gonna let it flounder away. All in all, don't do this again. Mr. Beast, never do a licensing deal like this again. Horrible idea. I don't know who on your team thought this would be a good idea. Bad idea. And then Resorts World, you should have gotten in writing that Jimmy was supposed to come at the very least. Because Mr. Beast at least showing up, I think people you could have faked some goodwill at the very least. You delivered, your gift bags and giving away the $10,000. But the fact that there's no activations in the menus and things like that was also part of your deliverables, and I think that's why you took it down off your site, which is part of the problem. So glad there's a refund. I will believe the flying people down to go check out the studio when I believe it. And yeah, that's going to be it. Were you at the Mr. Beast experience? Did you talk to anyone else? If you would like to remain anonymous, I am chill with that. If you would like to reach out, how do you think they could have done this better? They have the facilities to do something and do like a Mr. Beast activation that could have been something like being involved in a video or like doing like a little museum for things from the video and things like that, which again, you just do this at the studio because that's the whole point of this. But the word immersive should not be used lightly, and you need to get that out of your vocabulary if you're selling things now and you don't plan on delivering something full-on immersive as if you were in a Mr. Beast games or a Mr. Beast video. Let me know, comment down below. Reminder, I stream on Twitch. My Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder, use code SWELL for 10% off on gamer subs. Shout out to my channel members. If you'd also like to join channel memberships and support the page, you can go ahead and click join down below. If you'd like to follow me on all social media that are available here, and that's me to have all the day. Goodbye. Why are people using the word immersive so much? That's what's getting people into trouble. Hey, we're having an activation. If you do it like that, then you can just get away with things like, it's an Instagram activation. We painted a mural that's like the Mr. Beast logo. You can get a photo. It's an activation. Immersive has a specific connotation to it that no one is seemingly actively achieving, except for maybe the Titanic experience and the Van Gogh experience. And even then, those were screens and projectors. At least the Titanic experience had like actual dioramas and sets built that you could like go and see and walk through. That's something, okay? This is nothing. Okay, bye.